One of the best monitors for 2022 is finally here. This 1440p 240Hz HDMI 2.1 monitor has truly surprised me, and I'm sure it will surprise you too. Hi friends and welcome to Viktors Reality. Today we're going to be showcasing the LG 32GQ850 LG Nano IPS monitor on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, and of course on the PC at 240Hz. You'll be blown away by the awesome, amazing special feature this monitor has. We have Modern Warfare 2, Street Fighter, God of War, Gran Turismo 7, 80s Overdrive, Civilization 5, and Doom Eternal, plus a quick brightness test. The best next-gen and PC console-ready monitor. Let's get into it. Starting here with Modern Warfare 2, you can see the peak highlight is hitting 480 nits. This is a very bright monitor, and I want to showcase to you real-world scenarios. As you can see while I'm traveling in the tunnel, this is a real-world contrast scenario you're going to get on this monitor. I would say I have an ambient light room going on right now, but look at the contrast. That brightness and the ATW Polarizer does enhance the contrast on this monitor. Look at the clarity, friends. Look at the fog. Look at the detail. Everything looks amazing. And right away, I'm going to show you the special feature this monitor has that makes it have an amazing value. 4K 120Hz works perfectly on this 1440p 240Hz monitor. Yes, you heard it correct. 4K 120Hz on a 1440p 240Hz monitor. You get so much value here. You don't need the LG 32GQ950 for that 4K. Now, if you are hardcore, yes, get the 4K, it will be clearer. But from what I'm showing you, that clarity is amazing on this 1440p LG Nano. Here in the Xbox Series X menu, look at everything that it supports. It is amazing. This has so much value at $599 and cheaper. That's the going price for this monitor. Do not pay more, friends. Everything works. 4K, HDR, Auto HDR, VRR, 4K 120Hz, and of course 1440p 120Hz. But you don't get HDR on the Xbox. Here in this cityscape, look how amazing the contrast and that color saturation. That's the point of this monitor. If you want best-in-class color saturation, the LG Nano is a winner. Plus, the ATW Polarizer does give you a nice contrast uplift versus a regular IPS. Now, this monitor does have 16 zones. While not quite good enough, I will show you that in my full review, which will be coming out very soon. Here, we're going to stick to gaming, but everything looks phenomenal. Look at this cityscape. Look at the brightness. Look at the color saturation. No smear, no trail. It's pinpoint. LG Nano is super fast. And just to showcase that we are running at 120Hz in the Modern Warfare 2 menu, let's go into the menu. So you can see for yourself, 120Hz is enabled. It's working at 4K. All I can say is at $599 or cheaper, this has to be the best valued monitor on the market today. This monitor can get to 500 plus nits. I'll show you that in the review. The highest I've been able to get is 520 nits in a full widescreen window. That is crazy. That is Gigabyte M28U territory. You can see my videos, the difference that makes versus the G70A. It is amazing if you need that brightness power with that amazing color saturation. Now I will say, the Gigabyte M28U does look to have more perceived contrast because the Innolux panel on that does look a bit deeper in a sense. But nothing can beat the LG Nano saturation. 98% of DCI-P3 color coverage, friends. Look how fast in Street Fighter the characters are moving. No trail, no smear. This monitor is amazing for work and play. Now the only downside I would say across everything PC, PS5, and Xbox is the HDR performance. Just showcasing here that it does work at 1440p and 120Hz, but just because we can enable it doesn't mean it'll work. Xbox is reserving HDR for 4K, but you can see me switching to 4K 120Hz, no delay. It just works. So with Mortal Kombat 11, this is an HDR. My opinion is it's too dim. There's not enough zones. There's only 16 vertical zones. So while the color saturation is top notch and it's nice, the brightness is not there. It just doesn't look as impactful as SDR. So this is an amazing monitor for work and play in SDR mode. But for HDR, you do need many more zones. I would say the Sony M9, Tempest GP27U, or the Neos would give you way nicer HDR performance. But still, I'm including it here so you can take a look. It just doesn't pop. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give me that impactful image that I like. and this is at 100% brightness. Now we're going to be doing the test on the PlayStation 5. It was in HDR mode. You can see how dull it looked, how dim it got. You can see it's going to be doing that back and forth for the test. It is in HDR mode, as you can see in the top right corner, but it passed the test, no problems on the PlayStation 5 at 1440p. I just want you guys to know this is a specific native 1440p 240Hz monitor. It passed the 1440p PS5 test. But you don't need that, friends, because you can go ahead and switch it to 4K and you get the 120Hz HDR and VRR on the PlayStation 5. Remember, the Xbox, they reserve HDR for 4K. The PS5, you can do whatever. That's how awesome competition is. And with the PS5, you can do everything on this specific monitor at a cheaper price than a 4K monitor would cost you. Yes, friends, I'm so happy to give you that news. This monitor can save you so much money if you want that 4K 120Hz signal. There's much more information at 4K instead of 1440p or 1080p. You can see, friends, what you're seeing right here, 4K 120Hz. What I have noticed on the PS5 is that if you don't enable VRR, it just says 120Hz. Everything is super smooth. But if you enable VRR, it hovers between 75 and 85 Hz in performance mode with the higher frame rate mode. More testing has to be done, but I'm just showcasing here everything is enabled. The monitor can see it. But remember, friends, this is an IPS panel. Look right here in this specific scene. This is what you're going to get. The saturation and the brightness is amazing, but it doesn't have many zones to actually dim the areas, so you will get that classic IPS look. But if you're looking into an LG Nano, I'm sure you're aware of that, but if you didn't, IPS is not VA. This monitor, while looking beautiful, can never get that deep as a VA or other mini LED or OLED panel. Gran Turismo 7 looking beautiful here on this 32GQ850. Everything just pops. The color saturation is what really stands out to me. You cannot lose, friends. Not with the 4K 120Hz acceptance. That is amazing in itself, and it's really clear. Now, of course, hardcore people will prefer the 4K native, which it is clearer, common sense. And from what I'm seeing, this looks very good. And if I had to choose GQ850 or 950, pick one, I'd rather get the 850 now and save some money. You can see right here, friends, 520 nits at the NVIDIA control panel on the PC. Now, I have seen other reports that this monitor is under 400 nits. That's because it's calibrated. We don't calibrate here. We show you full power because calibration is too boring for Viktors reality. Seriously, we need that impactful image to really enjoy our gaming. But the good thing is, this has so much value and so much power. If you calibrate, you have the power, you have the brightness to back it up. You can see here, friends, 240Hz, 1440p, 500 plus nits in brightness power. Here with 80s overdrive. The reason why I'm showcasing this game is to show you the brightness, that LG Nano saturation, and the main thing here is the clarity of the 240Hz. Look at the trunks of the trees. When they're moving by, they are amazingly clear. That's the main part of this video. This is clear at 240Hz. Now with Civilization 5, I'm showing you here all the signal acceptances from 4K 120Hz down to 1440p 240Hz and everything in between. This is one of my favorite games, and I just noticed how smooth it was. YouTube can't show it because we're capped here at 60 FPS from what you're seeing, but trust me, 240Hz, when you're panning, it is an amazing sight to behold, no eye strain. Of course, also with that LG Nano saturation. And that brightness, you can't lose, friends. Not at these prices. Seriously, you can't lose. What I want to see next is if the Odyssey G6 has the same 4K 120Hz signal acceptance. But still, that's MSRP at $799 for the 32-inch model. This is under $599 for 32 inches. You just can't lose at under $599. Here with Doom Eternal, look how beautiful. Now, I didn't enable G-Sync, so you can see the teared frames, and I'm just showcasing here, we're surpassing 240Hz, that's why we're getting the tears. But look at that brightness, look at that fluidity. This is one of the best 32-inch monitors on the market today, friends. It works for the Xbox, PlayStation 5, and the PC. Very soon I will have my full review showcasing dimming zones, brightness power in SDR and HDR, among other games and scenes to help you make that awesome buying decision. Friends, if you did find this video helpful, please hit that like button as it helps the channel tremendously so more people can see it to help them make that awesome buying decision. Consider subscribing if you want to see more information on the LG 32GQ850 and 950 series of monitors. They're both really amazing. Thanks for watching, friends. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next time.